Okay, let's think about this for a second. Where do your photos actually go when you upload them? Or how can you just stream endless hours of your favorite show without a single download? Well, the answer to both is the cloud. And today we're going to crack the code on what that actually means.
Seriously, we hear the term the cloud all the time, right? It's this place where our photos live, where our documents are saved. But what is it really? Is it an actual physical thing? Where is it? Let's find out.
All right, so let's get right into it. What exactly is the cloud?
So at its core, cloud computing is just the delivery of all sorts of computing services over the internet. We're talking servers, storage, databases, networking, software, the whole shebang. Here's a good way to think about it. Instead of building your own power plant, you just plug into the electrical grid. The cloud is basically that, but for computing power.
But here's the thing. The cloud isn't just one single entity. It's more like an ice cream shop that offers, three main flavors. Let's take a look at what they are.
The three big ones are infrastructure as a service, which we call IaaS, platform as a service, or PaaS, and software as a service, or SaaS. Now I know, these are some kind of weird-sounding acronyms, but don't worry, we're going to break down what each one actually is.
Okay, let's start at the very bottom with the foundation, IaaS, or infrastructure as a service. This is the bedrock that pretty much everything else in the cloud is built on top of.
With IaaS, you're essentially just renting the fundamental IT infrastructure, so servers, storage, networks, all that stuff from a cloud provider. It's kind of like renting a plot of land. You can build whatever you want on it, but you're also the one who's responsible for managing and maintaining it.
You've definitely heard of these big players. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. These are the giants of IaaS. They provide that raw foundational infrastructure that allows massive companies to scale up super quickly without having to build their own expensive data centers.
Okay, next up, let's talk about PaaS, or platform as a service. So if IaaS is the raw land, well, PaaS is like the fully equipped workshop you build on that land. It gives you all the tools and the space you need to create something, but you don't have to worry about things like the plumbing or the electricity. It's all just there for you.
PaaS is really designed for developers. It gives them the platform where they can build, test, and run their applications without ever having to think about the underlying infrastructure. It's a total game changer.
This is a pretty good way to picture it. PaaS gives you that complete environment ready to go right out of the box. All a developer needs to do is bring their code and they can get to work.
So when you hear about popular platforms like Heroku or Google App Engine, this is what they are. They are those workshops that developers use to build everything from super simple web apps to incredibly complex enterprise-level applications. And that brings us to our final flavor, SaaS, or software as a service. So if IaaS is the land and PaaS is the workshop, then SaaS is the actual finished product that you buy from the store.
With SaaS, you're not building a thing. You're simply using a finished product. Think of it just like any other subscription service. You pay a monthly fee and boom, you get access to the software. No installation, no maintenance, no hassle at all.
You are absolutely 100% using a ton of SaaS applications, probably without even thinking about it. Things like Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, Salesforce, all of these are classic examples of SaaS. You don't own the software, you just kind of rent it.
So there you have it, the three main flavors of cloud computing: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. But the big question is, which one is right for which situation? Let's break it down one last time.
As you can see here, each model offers a different level of control and, a different level of responsibility. IaaS gives you the most control, it's your land, but you're also responsible for it. PaaS gives you a nice balance of both. And SaaS, well, SaaS gives you the least control, but it's also the easiest because you have the least responsibility. It just works.
I mean, the cloud has already changed our world in so many ways. It's wild. But honestly, this is just the beginning. As technology keeps evolving, the cloud is only going to get more powerful, more integrated into our lives. So the real question is, what are we going to build with it next?